Hey guys, welcome back to Exploring Temecula. On today's video, we're going to talk about 5 reasons people will continue to move to Temecula or Murrieta in 2023. If you have not heard, Temecula and Murrieta are beautiful cities in Southern California, and there is a ton to like. So if you are looking for a warm, sunny, safe area to move, and you're somewhere else in the United States, make sure you reach out to us. We'd be glad to help. Also subscribe to the channel, take a look at some of these videos, pretty much everything you need to know about not only Temecula, but the surrounding area. You'll get a pretty good handle just watching the video. I have over 200 videos over the last few years, and it really goes into great depth on specific communities and just the overall vibe and what you would be getting yourself into if you tried to or wanted to relocate or move to Temecula. So let's get into the video. Okay. Hey guys, the first one, and I'm not going to spend too much time, it's Southern California, it's the weather. For 8 months of the year, it's absolutely beautiful. 3 months, it's pretty hot. We are in hot season right now. Temperatures can get above 100. Personally, once you're here, once you live in this for a little while, I really don't even notice it anymore. The nicest part about the summers are the nights. Barbecuing, anything past 6:30, 7 o'clock. It is literally Hawaii weather, just pretty awesome. You can stay outside till 10, 11 o'clock with just a pair of shorts on. So that is one thing about the summers that I do like. Of course, the heat is not fun, but throughout the rest of the year, you're gonna get cool mornings, 60s to 75 degrees for most, let's just say an average temperature. Really nice for walking in the morning. The winter does get a little cool for early morning walks, but by 10, 11 o'clock, it's absolutely beautiful. And another thing that I like or really love about Temecula and Murrieta, or the inland area of California, is that you don't get those gloomy mornings. It's pretty much every time I wake up in the morning, unless it's raining, you are seeing the sunshine. When we lived at the beach, there's a lot of mornings that, till 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you do not see the sun. To each their own, but I prefer waking up and seeing the sun almost every day of my life. Another reason people are going to continue to move to this area is they just want to get out of the city. Whether it's Orange County, whether it's San Diego, whether it's Los Angeles, you wouldn't believe the amount of calls that I get from each of these areas to help them find a home. Probably because they're just tired of the rat race, they're tired of the crazy traffic. I know people here are gonna say, oh, the traffic's really bad, but when you compare it to San Diego, LA, or areas of Orange County, the traffic really is not that bad. So definitely I'm having people from the city calling me to move to this area. Another big reason people are leaving the city is for the simple reason of being able to sell their home for whatever that amount is, $1.2 to $1.7 million, coming here and being able to buy a nice single family residence for in between $700,000 and $800,000. So it's been very lucrative for people selling their home in the city over the last couple years and moving to, a more affordable area. They can get a bigger home, they can have land. So all of those things, in my opinion, and just from personal experience talking with people, are major reasons why people are moving from the city to Temecula. Next up, one of the biggest questions I get, and I've talked about it a lot in the videos, is schools. Joel, how are the schools in Temecula? Joel, how are the schools in Murrieta? Well, we've got some of the best schools in not only Southern California, but in all of California in general. So if you're worried about the school system, they get great ratings. I actually have done a video where I interviewed a past student, and she goes over her experiences not only growing up in Temecula, but going through the Temecula school system, and she had only good things to say. So everything that you would want in a school district, questions you may have, she goes over in that video. So I strongly suggest that you check out that video on my YouTube channel. Another reason people will continue to move to Temecula and Murrieta in 2023 is simply safety. You see it on the news. Los Angeles is an absolute dumpster fire. You know, San Diego, I drove down there a month ago. The homeless population is just out of control. People are getting sick of that. And when you compare, I'm not saying Temecula is perfect, but when you compare the big cities to Temecula, it's incredibly safe and you have a sense of security here. I would have no problem walking on the streets at night. I very rarely see homeless people. You know, and of course, all of that stuff is out there. But, you know, just for one example, if you go down to Old Town Temecula and you want to go out for dinner and you're there past dark, for the most part, you're going to see at least 5 to 10 cops driving up and down the street. Yes, do things happen in Old Town because everybody's drinking and drunk? Of course. But it is really nice to go down there and be able to hang out and realize that on almost every single corner there's a cop car. So those are just like the little things that I notice. But overall, very safe city, both Temecula and Murrieta, and one of the big reasons people are going to continue to move here. Okay, so finally, why people will continue to move here in 2023. Just really to get out of the rat race of a lot of these bigger cities. And I know I spoke about it a little bit in the previous point, but it truly is a different feeling in Temecula, even though we have 100,000 or 120,000 people, than you will find in many other city centers throughout Southern California. Even where I moved from, San Clemente, which is the farthest southern beach town of Orange County, just the traffic, the people, the summer was just, you know, even though we lived right in front of the beach, it was unbelievable the amount of people. And in my opinion, it just gets a little old after a while. You know, there are things I miss about the beach, don't get me wrong, but I like being able to pull into my community. The streets are large. You know, I have a 2 or 3 car garage. I have some space to actually go out in my backyard and do things. So those are all things that, you know, people are looking for and will continue to look for in the coming years. And just on a final note, I've sold a lot of homes in the last couple of years to people from other areas of California, Northern California, Washington State, and Oregon. And I can tell you that I regularly talk to these people, and I always do ask, do you regret the move to Temecula? And I don't think there is one person that hasn't told me they absolutely love it here. So don't take it from me, take it from some of my past clients moving from other areas of the country to Temecula. They love it, they love the weather, they love, you know, I just had a family move in to Paloma del Sol about a week ago. They already have like 20, they have kids themselves. They already have 20 kids on their doorstep wanting to play with their kids. So just, you know, just overall great communities. And then finally, last point, you know, that I wanted to make, and I've said this again in many of my other videos, but even though the traffic and things get busy in the city of Temecula or on the commercial areas, when you are living in your actual community, it's very quiet, very safe, very family oriented, a lot of pride and ownership throughout the communities. So just keep that in mind, that, you know, the city part or the commercial part of Temecula is much different than most, if not all, of the communities and the type of feel that you're getting living there. So again, thank you very much. Please reach out if you have any further questions. Joel Daniel with Greenleaf Real Estate and Appraisal. And until next time from Exploring Temecula, thank you.